You've seen the ads, right? The dream of day trading, making a fortune from a laptop, maybe on a beach somewhere. It promises freedom, fast money, the whole nine yards. But, behind that myth is a pretty brutal reality. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on what it really takes to make it. And I promise you, the truth is probably not what you think. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's that dream. The idea that you can just study for a bit, quit your job, and bam, you're financially independent. It's a really powerful story, and it's what pulls thousands of new people into the market every single day. Okay, stick with me here, because this is where it gets interesting. What if the real key to trading success has less to do with financial charts and more to do with a classic TV game show? You see, the skills you actually need to be profitable, well, they often go against every bit of common sense and intuition we have. And to get why, we have to start by tearing down the biggest myth of all.
Right. So we've all seen the online marketers, living the high life, claiming it's all thanks to day trading. But if you look at how the market is actually structured, it tells a very, very different story.
Here's the thing they don't tell you. Trading is not a zero-sum game where for every winner there's a loser. No, it's actually a minus-sum game. Think about it. Before you even have a chance to make a profit, the system is designed to take its cut. Your broker, the exchanges, the data providers, even the regulators, they all get paid from your transactions, whether you win or lose. The whole industry literally needs a fresh supply of new traders to keep the machine funded. The game is tilted against you from the very first click. And this quote, from a real trader who didn't want to practice on a simulator, just shows you the dangerous mindset this myth creates. It makes people impatient, desperate for immediate results. And that, I can tell you, is a guaranteed recipe for blowing up your account. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a high-stakes business, and it demands a completely different way of thinking. And that mental shift, it all starts with one core understanding. Trading isn't about being right all the time. It's about playing the probabilities over the long run, almost like a casino owner. So, to really get our heads around this, we're going to look at one of the most famous probability puzzles ever, the Monty Hall problem. It's an absolutely brilliant example of how our gut feelings about odds can be completely, totally wrong. All right, so here's how it works. Imagine you're on a game show. There are 3 doors. Behind one is a brand new car. Behind the other 2 are goats. You pick a door, let's say door number 1. You've got a 1 in 3 shot of being right. Now the host, Monty Hall, and this is the key, he knows where the car is. He opens one of the other doors, say door number 2, and shows you a goat. Then he turns to you and asks, do you want to stick with your original choice, door number 1, or do you want to switch to door number 3? Now what do? Most people's gut tells them it's 50-50 now, so it doesn't matter. But it's not 50-50, not even close. The mathematically correct answer is to always switch. If you switch to door number 3, your chance of winning the car jumps all the way up to 66%. And the lesson for trading here is huge. Your first impulse, your gut feeling, is probably based on flawed logic. The new information, the fact that the host deliberately opened a losing door, fundamentally changed the odds. Real success in trading isn't about intuition. It's about having a strategy with a statistical edge and executing it over and over while accepting that some trades will be losers. That's just part of the probability game. Okay, so once you start to get the mindset right, you need the right tools. And let me be clear, this is not a hobby you can do effectively from a simple phone app. Professionals use highly specialized gear to get every possible edge. Take a look at this. This is a pretty typical layout for a pro trader. It's not just one chart, it's a whole command center. You've got multiple charts, watch lists, real-time data feeds, all designed to process a massive amount of information in an instant. And right here, this is the heart of the whole operation. It's called the montage. This is where you see every buy and sell order, the real depth of the market. And it's where you execute trades in literal fractions of a second. This is the trader's cockpit. Now, to run a setup like this, you can't just use any old broker. Your typical consumer brokerage is fine for investing, but for day trading, it's way too slow. Traders need what are called direct access brokers. These guys are built for one thing and one thing only, speed. They let you send your orders directly to the exchanges, getting you in and out of trades in milliseconds. But look, having the fast car is one thing. Knowing how to drive it is something else entirely. There is one specific, tiny mechanical mistake that can, and often does, wipe out an amateur trader's entire account in the blink of an eye.
And it all comes down to the type of order you place. A market order is maybe the most dangerous button you can click. It's basically like handing your broker a signed blank check. It just says, get me out of this trade right now, I don't care what the price is. On the other hand, a marketable limit order is the smart way to do it. It gives you that same speed, but adds a layer of protection by saying, but I refuse to pay more than this price or sell for less than this price. And this chart of the stock SNGX shows you exactly why this is so critical. You can see it's trading pretty steadily around $4.20, but look at those huge, sudden downward wicks. Those are flashes where the price momentarily crashed. If your market sell order hits one of those pockets, you're toast.
Let's just put some real numbers on that for a second. Let's say you hit that market sell button for 1,000 shares, thinking you're getting out at 420. Instead, your order could get filled all the way down at 260. That's a sudden, catastrophic loss of $1,600, just from one wrong click. This is exactly how people blow up their accounts, and it is 100% avoidable.
So, we've talked about the right mindset, we've talked about the right tools and mechanics, but the single biggest factor that separates the winners from the losers in this game, it's not technical at all. It's all in your head.
In fact, ask almost any professional trader, and they'll tell you that success is something like 80% psychology and only 20% strategy or technical skill. I mean, think about that. You could have the most brilliant trading system in the world, but if your mind isn't disciplined, you are going to fail, period.
And what does that mean? It means you have to learn to conquer your own worst enemies. Fear of missing out or fear of losing. Greed that makes you hold a position too long. And the big one, trading out of anger after a loss, which pros call revenge trading. These are the emotions that will absolutely destroy even the smartest traders.
So if it's not raw talent, or being a genius, or even having a fancy education, what is it? Well, the author of our source material boils it all down to one single quality: resilience. It's the ability to take a punch, to absorb a financial loss without letting it become a personal failure, and then to get right back up the next morning and execute your plan again. And this quote, which is often credited to Ray Kroc, the guy who built the McDonald's empire, just says it all perfectly. Nothing can take the place of persistence. Not talent, not genius, not education. Just sheer, stubborn persistence and determination. Those are the things that are all-powerful.
And really, that's the ultimate question you have to ask yourself. Day trading is, without a doubt, one of the hardest jobs in the world. It is designed to break you. It will test you in ways you can't even imagine. So the final question isn't about how smart you are. It's much simpler. Are you persistent enough to not give up?